everyone, this is Candace. Welcome back to day 60 of my 100-day health challenge. Today I am both holding the camera and also just like sitting on my couch, hanging out, and literally just, filming from my head. I'm kind of propping up my phone on my knee, but it's been a long day, and so I'm literally just going to sit here and try to do it this way. And I know, I apologize, it's probably going to be a little shaky, and this is it is what it is. I have had an absolutely long day. It's been a good day, but it has been so long. And I had such a long day yesterday, and I have a long day tomorrow and Saturday. And so I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do to at least get this up for today and to make this work. So this is what's happening. Anyways, so today I'm going to do a little bit more of a shorter check-in. Kind of just talk about like how the day's gone. And, it's, I know some of these shorter videos, y'all are like, well, you're not really like sharing anything big or whatever, but I'm like, well, this is, I'm also talking quickly. This is kind of just one of those things where it's like, this is the consistent part. This is the real life part. This is yes, there are days where I self-reflect. Yes, there are days where like I actually have a ton of thoughts, and so I can make these really cool longer videos and things. And then sometimes there's the days where you're just like, I'm surprised I can even speak words to you right now that make sense, because what's in my brain is like the 50,000 things I have to do and the lists, and like my brain is cycling through things. And so I'm trying to focus and make sure I'm concentrating and sharing and doing the things. And so this is kind of one of those, like, it is what it is. And I got to just be gracious to myself and be like, okay, you look a mess, you're tired, you like changing your pajamas basically, or your like your comfy clothes. You're on the couch, you're holding your phone, propping it up against your knee. Like, this is real life. So, anyways, so today's been a good day. I am watching my, okay, to backtrack a little bit. So yesterday I talked about how it was such a late day. So I did my video early, and sure enough, I didn't get home till, to be honest, I don't even completely remember, but I know it was sometime between 10:30 and 11:30. So I went to bed by 11:30 to midnight-ish. Well, I guess it was, okay, I definitely got to bed, or definitely got home somewhere between 10:30 and 11:30. I ate a little something, took the last of my supplements a little later than planned, because I don't like to do that too close to bed. It was okay. I got to bed no later than like kind of my midnight, 12:30. It was late, but it was not the end of the world. I was able to get a pretty good amount of sleep, I'd say ultimately about 5 hours of sleep. So that was good. I mean, it's kind of, I was hoping for more like 6, but then I had to get up super early because it was supposed to snow this morning. And so I wanted to get up early and make sure that I could maybe beat the snow, to get to school. Plus I wanted to get some things done before we officially set up, for the dress rehearsal today. So I did get to sleep. I got a pretty good amount of sleep. I, got up around 5, no later than 5. I was going to get up actually around 4:30, but then I got up at 5 and made it to the school. It's funny because I still did not make it to the school till, I made it a little bit early, but it was still later than I'd planned. But I still got lots of things done. I did several I did some printing, I did some tech things, I got several things done. We were setting up, we were still finishing, like we hadn't moved everything into the gym space. So we had the curtains up, we had the mats on the floor, we had the initial stage thing done. We had the big curtain up, the floor to ceiling curtain. We had the lights up. But then we literally had to set up sound. We had to bring out all the set pieces that we'd been constructing in the cafeteria after the school and basketball stuff was done yesterday. So we literally were, one of our groups was constructing things literally last night, around like 8:45. And then we moved them in this morning. We finished then attaching them, like we had to keep them in individual pieces. Then we finished attaching them to create the backdrops. We created our 2-story staircase and landing, put the ladder with it, everything we needed to do. We, they were putting out the set pieces and the props and getting the costumes all together. And then I was setting up the sound system, and getting the, everything ready. The sound board, getting all the different mics and things hooked up. I know you guys are kind of like, this is not super interesting, or maybe you do. You might find it interesting. But all the tech stuff, fun things, we were set up in the little like sound box we kind of create back there. It's really not a box. It's basically a spot on the balcony. But it's fun. It's a nice fun little space. It's kind of a disaster. It got better over time, but it's definitely filled with stuff. So like people are not allowed back there if they're not doing sound and lights and all that kind of stuff. It's safe. It's just, we don't want anybody like knocking over things or moving things, but it went really well. It was a lot of fun. They were very much, I would say they, obviously we had our rough spots. We had things we had to fix. We had to go through it multiple times, troubleshooting, mic problems and sound problems and lights and things. And for the most part, I would say though that like 85 to 90% of the time went really smoothly overall. And so it was a very nice thing to have. And I'd eaten breakfast and taken my supplements before I left. I did not really get my lunch supplements in as much. I had to eat them later in the afternoon, or take them later in the afternoon with a snack. Earlier in the morning, the kids placed an order. They were going to place an order on Starbucks to be delivered because because it was snowing. It finally did start snowing. Fortunately, it held off until everybody got to the school for drama, and then also even just for the initial everybody getting in for school. And then it still wasn't like terrible, but the spot, like they got it. And they created this massive order. I wish I could have seen like when they delivered it, because there were probably like, I don't know how many drinks there were, but there were a lot of Starbucks drinks. And so I got some too, and they delivered them. And so then they brought it up to the balcony. And so I got that. And I actually was funny because I'd already made coffee that morning, and I drank some, but then I was like, yeah, sure, we're just going to do a Starbucks thing as well, which I tried to get a more plain one to make it simple. And it worked really well, and it was good. And we got the kids pizza for lunch, and they could also order hot lunch if they wanted. And I ended up ordering the chicken tortilla soup they've had today. It was so good. Yeah, that was really nice. And then we did not finish until the afternoon. Well, actually, really not even. We were in the evening. And the thing is that then on top of that was only when we finished. Then I was doing all the other, like we were tear down, clean down the things, or clean up the things we need to, putting things back where they go, making sure things are set up, because we're doing another morning rehearsal into a couple hours of the day tomorrow, just to make sure we're ready, since we couldn't do dress rehearsals till so late. And then I was also doing a bunch of the tech and, like tweaking some of the program things that I thought were totally good, and doing some double checks and things. And so it was busy. But what I guess the whole reason I'm even reporting this to you essentially is because there were tons of things going on, but I was doing really good overall at maintaining the stress management. I slept really well last night. I was having the good nutrition. I was maintaining good stress levels, not having stress levels as much as possible, taking deep breaths, realizing there's different solutions, doing some troubleshooting, if I couldn't do it, finding someone who could help. We had one of my friend who's the former drama teacher, she came in and helped at one point, and she's always amazing anyways, but it was fun to see her and work. And we even had one of our alumni, I say alumni, which he is, but we even had one of our kids who graduated this past spring, who was in drama and did all the sound and lighting and stuff, come and visit, and surprised us. I had to do a double take when I saw him up on the balcony. I was like, hey, I know who you are. It was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be at college. But he's visiting for Thanksgiving, and so it was nice because he dropped by, and we were joking and laughing about how the sound and lighting was so much better than we had in the last couple of shows. Mostly just because even though we had amazing people setting it up and things, we had some really weird, just like almost freak accident kind of thing, like disasters, which worked out in the end. We got some really good, things figured out and stuff. But I think I did so much better with stress management. I can feel, not from the day, well, I definitely was talking a lot, and was definitely doing different things yesterday and today. And I am tired because basically got to bed around probably closer to 12 to 12:30 last night. I think is probably, I guess, anywhere from 11:30 to 12:30. I'm just not remembering the times completely. I know it was no earlier than that. But it wasn't super late either. So, but then I did have to get back up again at like 5. And then I've been going literally all day. I'm just doing this now. And then I am, have to be back there, leave here early and be back there tomorrow at like 6:45-ish. And then literally I'm going to try my best to get home somewhat in the middle of the day and then go back. But our first performance is tomorrow night. So, I've literally sometimes been there all day into the play and not even gone home. I'm trying to avoid doing that just because I want to, again, maintain the healthy habits and taking care of myself. But I am trying to maintain the immune system, trying to boost and support, making sure I was not as good about drinking water today just because I kept getting distracted and wouldn't go refill it. So I'm thinking I need to take my 1/2-gallon water bottle tomorrow to try to maintain enough hydration. I did get bottled water, but it was nowhere near what I needed to drink. And that's not good because I don't want to get dehydrated, especially with how hot it was up there in the balcony. And I haven't figured out how to set up the fans to make sure they're not too loud. And so, because we don't really have the silent ones up there or the quieter ones. But anyways, so that is one thing I want to make sure I'm improving tomorrow, especially during the play, but even during the rehearsal, is that I have water accessible and I'm drinking it through the day because I did make up for it. I didn't, do anything that would hurt me, but I did have to make up for some of the water at different times, and it was probably better not to, it would have been better to spread it out, not try to do it in big chunks. Even though it did, again, help overall. But yeah, I need to probably wrap things up. I'm starting to fall asleep. I need to eat a little snack and take the last of my supplements and then head to bed. Actually really need to take a shower first because if I don't tonight, it's going to be super cold. I mean, it's literally icy and cold. And even if it stops snowing at 4, like it says it is supposed to, it's, I don't want to go out with wet hair in the morning and potentially make myself sick. But anyways, I guess that's kind of the check-in. I will definitely do my weigh-in and, yeah, it's been a pretty good day. And I'm going to bundle up, take it easy, relax a little bit, eat a little bit of, a snack and things, like I said, take my supplements, and then let them settle, and then just head to bed, wrap up, bundle up, sleep as long as I can for the big long day tomorrow. So anyways, I think that's it. I hope you guys have had a good day. I hope it's not been too stressful or busy or anything. If you're in bad weather like we are right now, I hope you've been safe, had good drives, that it's not been too bad for where you're at, and having to get out and about, that you have all the things you need and that you're cozy and warm inside with family or friends. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.